The Smart Money Woman, Episode 2, Tracking Your Expenses. Living within your means.
Well, first, I don't know how it happened, but yes, I'm broke.
Walk me through this. You have no real responsibilities. You are the youngest. Your contribution to mom's upkeep is the least. Rent and bills, that's about it. So again.
That's just the situation that I find myself in.
Well, that's too bad. That's too bad.
What does that mean?
It means that I have a lot going on. Like I said, I'm here to understand how you, of all people, can get yourself in such a fix. Unless you are telling me you invested the money. Did you?
No.
So you work. Your pay is pretty awesome. You have no kids.
Okay, I get it. Brother Efosa, you don't have the money to give me. It's fine.
No. You don't get the point. But really, how do you really manage to spend all you earn? You have to learn to live within your means.
Episode 2 opens with Zuri talking to her eldest brother Efosa, hitting him up for a loan. He says no and proceeds to lecture her about personal finance, talking about living within her means and whatnot. Now, I know we have conclusively established from the pilot episode 1, that this series is not for poor people. It centers rich famous girls who are the only people that matter. Still, it has this underlying implication that the financial advice offered is universal. Of course, living within your means is not limited to high flyers like Zuri. It's for all of us. Duh. Everyone knows this. Let me draw from my experience about living within your means. I'm a total warrior, a total anxious type. I'm always expecting the worst, so I scrounge and I save and I limit my spending, etc. I've had money and I've been poor, and let me tell you, when you're poor, living within your means is a misnomer, a paradox. It does not exist. You cannot live, as in keep yourself alive, if you only spend what you earn. It can't be done. There was a year where I was forced, by circumstances, capitalism, to live strictly within my means. When I did this, and I wasn't proper poor by any stretch of the word, I lived a miserable life. We ate the same things all year. We had like 3 meal options, and we ate that all year, except when it got to be too much, then every 2 or 3 months we'd splurge on something nice, and then just be proper broke after that. Living within your means is its own job when you're poor or broke. I had to travel to go buy food at cheaper prices. I work from home and I'm paid per article. That meant every day that I took off work to go to the market was one where I lost wages. I didn't work, so I didn't earn anything. I would count and count and count whatever money we had, doing all kinds of calculations, deducting utilities and other expenses, and trying to make sure it got to the end of the month. Living within your means when you're Zuri is all well and good. Doing so when your means is hardly enough to keep you living, well, that's something else. I think this impossibility of living on your wages is why there are a million small loan apps in Kenya, with everyone from big banks to small money lenders scrambling for a piece of that pie. Often when people talk about these loan apps, they picture people like Zuri taking loans to fund their jet-setter designer-wearing lifestyles, when really, it's just everyday people struggling to survive, struggling to live.
Please open your mouth. DJ, you have to eat. You know you didn't eat last night. You won't be strong, okay? One for mommy.
Hey, guys. There's my little man.
Daddy, where were you?
I was working.
Will you help me with my homework?
Yeah, sure. But why don't we let mommy do that for you? Okay, she's really fast. Huh?
He has a play date today, so he has to go take a bath. Olivia!
Yes, madam.
Yeah, come have SJ's bath for him so I can drop him at his friend's house on my way out.
It's here.
Sweetheart, we'll all play tomorrow.
Off
Daddy,
you go.
go take your bath. Where have you been?
I don't understand.
All night. I called you, I left you messages, I even waited up for you. And you're just getting back.
Well, that's why you know that when I go out chasing a deal, I usually stay till it's done.
I know, but it's not fair to leave SJ and I alone all night. The boy is starting to ask questions.
You know, I knew it. With all the questions he was asking and, where was I should help him with his homework, I know you put him up to it.
How can you say that? The boy is growing really fast and he's starting to notice things.
I mean, I can't help that. I had to chase a deal that took me all the way to Ikorodu and then all the way back to Songotedo.
That's a lot. Look, I know you work so hard, but you still have to make an effort. Eh? So we don't set a bad example.
Oh God, would you just please stop bugging? Am I not doing all of this stuff so that we can have a comfortable life?
Soji, I know and I understand.
Do you really? It looks like when I go out and I'm chasing money, you prefer that I'd rather stay here and depend on you so that you can lord it over me.
That's not fair. In all the time we've been married, I never bring it up that I'm the one bringing in the money. Because I believe my money is our money.
Okay, so why bring it up now? Why bring it up now? Look, I see through all this your act. I see through it. It doesn't fool me because I know that you are very resentful and that's why I will continue to try. So if it means that I stay out all night, so be it. Don't call me, don't be worried.
Soji, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you upset. Calm down, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you two, why are you now leaving emojis on that Chinasa's Instagram?
What? Are you
Soji,
kidding?
we're married now, and people notice these things. Even my friends were starting to ask.
Your friends. Look, Adesuwa, if you don't want me to go anywhere, or you don't want me to have any friends, you better say that now so that I will know that I'm in prison now.
I didn't say that.
No, because marriage to you is a place where you have no friends and you can go nowhere.
What's going on?
Mommy, good morning, ma. Did we wake you up?
Why won't you wake me up? When you're shouting at my son in his own house so that the whole neighbors can hear, how won't you wake me up?
Mommy, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were disturbing you. I was just asking Soji here why he was...
Why what? Instead of you to think of how to relax your body so that it can produce a second grandchild for me, you are here fighting and shouting at him every single time. I'm
sorry, Mom.
Sorry for yourself. See, I know what is your problem. You don't want my son to go out and progress, Abi. You want him to be here empty-handed so that you can continue to control him with your money. But you know what? You have failed. Oshi.
Mommy, it's okay. Like her.
Oh, welcome me. I just came to say my own. No. Vaya well, sorrow. Handle your wife, oh.
Mommy, you're okay.
So we're okay.
Actually, more okay. I'm actually going to go out again. Yes, some guys called me to talk about a brief that I had submitted earlier in the week. So, I mean, I just came back so that I could tell Adesuwa that I'm going to spend the whole day out today again.
Say you, Malaysia. So you are taking permission from your wife to go out? Hey, Soji, Okorinye, you are the man of the house. Shebo shewe. Do you hear me? Do as you like.
Mommy.
Torí pé orílẹ̀ gbé ni.
What? She's my mom. What am I supposed to tell her? See, baby, my guys are calling me. I need to go take a shower, okay? Hello?
Next, we move to Adesuwa, the lawyer girl who is at home feeding her way too grown up for that son when her husband walks in. The kid asks the deadbeat dad where he was, then is quickly whisked away by the house girl to go for his morning shower. This motherfucker spent the night out and didn't tell Adesuwa anything. The kid asks where he was, and later, he accuses Adesuwa of telling the kid to ask him that. At this point, the kid has left with the house girl, who's going to give him a berth in preparation for a play date he has later. Let's talk about the house girl for a minute. This show is crazy. There are more house girls in Nigeria than there are Zuris and Adesuwas. Yet we have a whole show geared at putting more money in the pockets of the Zuris and Adesuwas. I bet you couldn't throw a stone in Nigeria without hitting a house girl, and yet they're so invisible. Meanwhile, it is they who make it possible for the Adesuwas of the world to go out and make all that big money. The house girl takes care of the child, cooks, and cleans up after Adesuwa and her family so that Adesuwa can go out and be the high-powered lawyer she is. Does the house girl's compensation ever reflect this pivotal role she plays? No. In fact, in a show like this, she's invisible, immaterial, of no consequences, warranting zero attention. The women that matter are the Zuris of the world. That's why poor women can have no solidarity with the white feminism galboss types who can only see women of their class. This show has nothing to say about the house girls of this world, and by definition, if the Zuri types are the smart money women, the house girls must be the dumb money women. A really interesting yet ordinary dynamic is revealed here regarding Adesuwa, her deadbeat Soji, and their house girl. That loser rocks up to the house in the morning. His kid asks where he was and says something about him helping him with homework, to which Soji replies, quote, "Your mom is better at that." Hello, weaponized incompetence and all the other ways men avoid domestic labor. After he says that, Adesuwa calls the house girl to give the boy a bath so that they're ready to leave for the play date. What's happening here is what happens everywhere. The man refuses to contribute to housework, abdicates his responsibility, and so his wife is forced to handle it all alone. But because it's impossible, she gets her a wife to whom she piles all the labor she doesn't want to handle or can't handle. The lesson here is clear, friends. Being a wife is a scam. Anyway, back to the deadbeat Soji, who just rocked up into the house in the morning with zero explanations about where he was at. Then he proceeded to pick a fight with Adesuwa. This guy is just a classic abuser. He fucked up, but somehow she's the one who ends up apologizing multiple times. Then the craziest shit happens. His mother comes and joins the Let's Tear Adesuwa a New One bandwagon. Adesuwa is the primary breadwinner, in fact, to be clear, the only breadwinner. And this man lets his mother believe that he's the one who makes all the money. Then he lets his mother disrespect his wife. I swear to God, you and your fucking mother would leave my house before I let you get away with that.